Hi! Okay, today we're gonna make this album card, and it's just a card that I posted about a week ago. What you can do is you can put little 3x3 cards in it, or you can put pictures in it. So it could hold up to 12 pictures if you put it on the front and the back like that, and it opens up. I used mine for cards, so I put the cards in the front and then the envelopes on the inside flap like this. Okay, let's get started, and bear with me because this is the first time I'm doing one of these tutorials on video, so it's a lot different from making the videos because you can just stop them and I'm not talking through it. So anyway, so you need an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. What you're gonna do is just cut it lengthwise at 4 1/4. So this is just like you're going to make a standard card. So cut it across at 4 1/4 and then score at 5 1/2. One of the sheets, so you'll end up with 2 of these, right? So one of the sheets, what I did was I cut off, let's see, I cut off about 3 inches from the bottom of it. So I have this 2-inch tab right here. 2 sheets of inside liner. Right, I'll show you what. So this chocolate chip background right here. These sheets, background sheets, are 4 by 5 1/4. So what you're gonna do with these is, I'm just use this kind of tape just so that it could go a little quicker. So on the inside, you're gonna just lay that right in there, tuck it down. I embellish the corners with the corner ticket punch. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do to jazz it up if you want to. Okay, so this is the front. Oh my, it's off-centered. Anyway, you want to do a better job with that. Let's see, 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna adhere them down to the front and the middle of the card. So you take the first one, take the adhesive off, line it up with the very bottom. Make sure that your opening is on the inside, so flat on the same side as your card. Don't face it, so face away from you, the opening. Okay, so make that first bag flush with the bottom. You're going to take the second bag, make the second bag about 1/4 of an inch higher. Okay, you see, so that's going to give you a little like tab, so it's easier for you to look through. Okay, now the next bag is just going to be 1/4 of an inch higher than the next one. Okay, so now we have these 3 bags and they're easy to get to instead of being all just at that same length. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on the inside of the card. So you're going to start at the bottom, making sure that that opening is away from you, and you're going to go up. The next one's going to be 1/4 of an inch higher, and then the next one 1/4 of an inch higher. Okay? Now, the next piece you're going to need is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. So this is going to be for your base or the top of the card. You see, like that. One of the requirements for this is that you're going to need it to be, you don't want it to be lower than the opening, because you're going to need to get to this opening. You see? If it's too low, then you have that first bag you're not going to be able to get to anything in there. So it's going to be just enough that you leave so that you can open it and have access to the pocket. Let's see. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to put adhesive on this one. Okay, I'll put this. I scalloped the edges, as you notice, and I would go ahead and put a pretty tacky adhesive on this first one, just so that you making sure that it's gonna stay there. Second one, on the inside, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna put this stripe, this strip of paper right on the top as well. Okay, and then you're gonna have a little piece of designer paper, and it's gonna be at 1 inch by 4 1/4 across. So take this, and then we're gonna just adhere it to the top like this. Like I said, you can do anything to the top to make it pretty. And I'm just gonna get some ribbon, and then we'll tie this ribbon up on top. I'm running out of time. I have to do this in 10 minutes because that's the maximum time that YouTube allows you to load videos. Okay, I'm just gonna tie a quick knot up here and get this off. Okay, and then I have just a little flower embellishment that I'll just stick right up here. And like I said, you can put whatever you want up there. And then on the inside, you want to have something flat. You don't want it to be bulky. So I was going to just put these little flowers like that, attach it to the top. Okay, so you see it coming together. The last step is a 4 by 4 piece of paper, cardstock. You want it to have a little weight to it. Okay, and we're going to score it at 1 inch. 1 inch, let's see, 2 inch and 3 inch. Oh, that doesn't look right. Okay. Anyway, you would make this nice, and it would actually have to be nice, and you know, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and then you accordion fold it. That's what happens when you try and rush. Okay, and you would adhere this in the M shape. So M being this way versus W being this way. So in the M, is it? Yeah, M shape, you would just attach it about, I'd say maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, like this. And so you would sandwich it together like this. So what I would do is I'd attach one side, sorry, okay, stick it down, and then put adhesive here, attach it down, sandwich it together, and that will act as a little base for your card, so it sits up nicely like this. And that's it. So thanks for stopping by.